Alright friends, family and other creatures of the sea, welcome back to a high level best of 3. Today in the bottom left spawning as our red Terran player playing for team Cloud9, right? Cloud9, it is Gumiho opening up with a gas P4 barracks, but we'll get into the details later. As on the other side of the map, spawning in the top right, playing for team Dragon Kaizi Gaming. It is of course the one and only hero. By many be considered the greatest PROTOSS of the current times. Some other people consider him the second greatest PROTOSS of the current times, as they believe Mech is better, as Mech has never shown his face yet at an offline event. For now, we're sticking with the hero storyline. So, Gumiho, spoiler alert here, recently got a, what was it, second place in the GSL. I think that's correct, losing to Solar in the finals. So he's in good shape, or at least he was in good shape about a week and a half ago. Things can change very quickly in StarCraft 2, but I don't think it has changed that quickly. Ooh, Gumiho, you nasty man. Oh, gas first, marine into factory. Blocks in the probe. Thus the probe gets information, but this marine gets to eat. Into Reaper, no. Guys, Gumiho actually has cracked build orders, you know that? This guy, no one is on his level when it comes to the brain. That's all I'm gonna say about this. So, this is so cool, because I wanted to kind of criticize him. I want to say, oh wow, he's playing marine into factory here, and then you actually don't want the probe to scout that it's a quick factory. But then Gumiho said, well, actually, I'm going to get a Reaper as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to force you to move out with the first adept because I built a quick marine. I'm going to run around with the Reaper. But he's not running around. All right, I think his brain malfunctioned there. No, the plan was good. If he had taken a long way around, he could have hit into his opponent's natural, then jump in the main. There's an adept that's out of position. You probably get a kill, maybe even two, and you get a free scout. So I really like that plan, but the plan of walking with your Reaper through the middle of the map to just get spotted by the first adept that moves out, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. This adept is going to get baited in here. He's going to kill a marine and then die to this cyclone. Don't think that one's going to be reporting back home too happily if he gets sent back to Ire after being taken out of this world. They paid freaking 100 minerals, 25 gas for you. All you did is kill a freaking marine. Ridiculous. Second cyclone on the way here. That's the second... Ooh, a third cyclone on the way. This build seems awful. That's usually what I say when I don't understand something. Just call it awful. So this is hitting, what, 4 minutes in? 2 cyclones, a Reaper, and 2 marines. But against gas first, you're always going to have a battery. Okay, well, I mean, it's technically possible that this does something. Perhaps if Hero has like a cardiac arrest or his internet drops for 15 seconds, but otherwise I'm having a very difficult time seeing what this actually does. Except waste 2 cyclones, a Reaper, and 2 marines. There is often a thin line between being a genius and a madman, is what they say. And I think Gumiho, you know, he fell on the wrong side of that line. No, he definitely did. He's following this up with a 2 racks into cyclone number 4 as well. This defense might be good, actually. I think this defense could have some potential. We're going to get at least 1 Phoenix, loses a cyclone, kills 2. I would have killed the 3rd adept, that would have been nice. He's going to get the 3rd adept. Yep, there we go. Phoenix is still alive, and they're trying to go into the main, but there's hardly any energy. He can get, what, 2? I could have actually gotten 2 lifts. Didn't go for it. 40 workers to 36. This should be... Oh, it's a very late robo. There's a 3rd base going down. This is a really late Phoenix Colossus play. So usually the robo bay goes down latest at 440. We're now seeing it go down at 508. So that is a solid 28 seconds after what I would consider to be the latest timing. I'm not sure what this cyclone was doing here, but... it probably had a death wish. Yes, well, wish granted. Genie has 2 more wishes left. Gumiho. You know how people always have these wishes, and then there's like there's a catch. You know, it's like you know the what's it called, King Midas. Like everything I touch turns into gold, and then everything turns into gold. Gumiho didn't want to risk it, so and you know he rubbed that lamp. The genie came out. What is your first wish? He's like, I want this cyclone to die. The genie squinted his eyes at Gumiho. Like, are you sure? This sounds dumb. Gumiho's like, nah, you can't catch me with no loopholes. Like, all right. Cyclone is gone, my friend. Congratulations. Phew. Gumiho escaped that real nice. Gumiho's already happy in his current life. He doesn't need 3 wishes. His second wish was to free the genie. And then the third wish, well, couldn't fulfill it anymore. What a good guy Gumiho is. He's getting a 3rd CC here, by the way. Which is kind of cool. Kind of like it. So we have 4 mines moving. Ooh, nice little scan. This was a very important scan, by the way. So this scan just, it confirms so much. You're seeing the 4 gases. You can click them. You see how much they've mined. It's like, okay, that can only be one thing. And that's going to be Colossus. Actually, it could technically be Phoenix into Storm, because Hero is the only player worldwide that believes that Phoenix into Storm is good and sometimes wins games with it. So, but 99% of the time, you're seeing the 4 gas mining that much, this early. You know it can't be charged. It's going to be Colossus. And that means you're actually allowed on the map with Marines, because you can't be caught. Here comes the 4 mine drops. So that was a little bit of a fake. Oh, he's an armory with it. I hadn't realized that. So these bad boys are invisible right now. The Marines are running around. Little Proby coming back home. They should get cleared in time, surely. Yes, not quite sure what happened, but I feel like this medevac might have lost a mine. This is gonna get cleared. These mines don't get to reshoot. That's all very nice and dandy here for Hero. Actually seems to be in a pretty okay spot. I like his position much more than I like Gumiho's. Phoenix count is still at 4, which is a good count. Marauder count is practically non-existent at just a mere 2, while 2 more are being constructed. I don't think that's going to pump the numbers in the way that Gumiho wants to. So we see an instant transition here into Vikings, believing that playing a ground-based style here would be a mistake. And I honestly agree with Gumiho on that. I feel like a lot has happened already in these first 8 minutes. And most of the things that have happened have been in favor of Hero. This observer is now flying around, having a good old time, seeing what it can do. Scouting a lot. I wonder if you're going to get the scout here on the second starport as well. That would be kind of big. I'm not sure what it would change in your setup. I guess you can really rely on the Archon for some more time. So the main issue with the Archon is that the timing window in which the Archon is a valid unit choice for Protoss is really quite small. It is pre-Ghost, and because Archons usually are quite late into the game, there's like maybe a 30 to 45 second window in which the Archon has any power whatsoever, because the moment there's more than 2 Ghosts out on the map, Archon is useless. So perhaps this extends the window just a little bit for Hero, who is trying to set up a push, I think. You see a decent amount of gates here with 2 more on the way. 1 more morphing. That's going to go up to 10 total. 10 gateways, that's quite a bit. 64 workers. How many Vikings do we have? We have 5 Vikings. Needs to go up to 9. I mean, with 9 Vikings, we're going to have a good time against the Phoenix and Colossus. There's so many Archons. There's so many Zealots here. 3 Archons. Oh, this is nice movement. This is real good movement. I love that stuff. +2 is halfway done. It's not quite going to be available here for the fight. Hero now moving in. Some good kiting with those Vikings. Snipes the Prism. That is a huge deal. Marine Marauder also needs to start kiting back, though. Vikings probably just need to stand still and fight, as the ramp is going to be used as a tool to fight off these Zealots. Colossus just burning through the Marine count. So many Marines, not enough Marauders. The Vikings struggling much more than I thought they would as well, as eventually these Colossus might end up getting cleaned up. But what is left here for Gumigod? Not a whole lot. He's losing a bunch of these workers in the natural right now. Archon in the main gets 1 more shot off, takes out the Viking. There's a bunch of force fields available. Of course, you can always lift over this force field. This is indeed what he's going to end up doing. 112 supply to 103. There is a fort base, however, for Hero. Does he have upgrades behind this? No, he's now transitioning into Storm. This is the last thing that I'd expected. I guess there are no ghost outs, so maybe not even that bad. Upgrades favorable here for Gumiho as he's up 2. With the ship weapons also done, that's actually pretty nice. 4cc should go down soon. I would love to see it just being produced. Okay, there we go. Indeed gets produced over here. So probably wants to take the left side with that forward base. Zealot run by is already being set up. Map vision, is it good enough here for a hero? I think it's good enough. It's not great, it's fine. He sees the move out and immediately sends in, what is it, 8, 9 Zealots? 8 Zealots, I think it is, if I'm counting correct. Yeah, 8 Zealots. It's gonna send them in. Vikings are landed. We'll try and deal with this. Have a lot of damage output as a Liberator is gonna siege up as well defensively. Hero now believes that he has a window once more in which he can push out. How many storms do we have? We have, I think, 6 storms available. That's a lot of storms against someone that has 0 ghost. Liberators will need to be helping out here by sieging up, as splits are okay. Archon should go down. Liberators need to siege up. I'm not sure what we're waiting for here. Is still waiting, and now this army is just going to run past the lips, I think, at this point. They're just straight up going to kill them. There we go. Hero walks in. GG gets called. Gumiho gets taken out in game number 1 here on Hecate. In game number 2, we have Hero with a very quick scout. I think he did this last game as well. Didn't quite catch that entire early game there. This is one of the moves that Hero makes. It's like, okay, if I scout really quick, perhaps I get to block your barracks for 3 seconds. Which, I mean, it's something. It's not huge, but it's nice. Forces the barracks to be built right above the command center here. So I'm still zoomed in. Don't want to quite have that. I actually really wonder how beneficial this is in the early game. I guess I should do a quick comparison when it comes to like a Nexus to CC timing. What a standard CC timing. I guess 130. I think 135. I think 135 is a good Nexus timing usually, post core. And the CC timing is 138. So we'll see who this was the most beneficial for this probe scout. Wait, did the probe die? Well, I think it's the most beneficial for Gumiho then. As that harassment didn't deal as much damage probably. Was this a gas first? It was a gas first, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, so then the entire comparison kind of gets ruined anyway. This went down 3, 4. This went down about 7 seconds later than it usually would, just by scouting early. So if you compare the instant scout that Hero went for versus a gas scout or a gateway scout, which is more standard in the Protoss versus Terran matchup, this was a 6-7 second delay. It's really quite significant. It's a lot of eco that you're losing there in the early game. And that kind of snowballs through as well, because your gas will be delayed, your Stargate as a result will be delayed, because that's what he's going for. Well, gas actually is going to be... Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how fast that Stargate will be. Zealot is the first unit. And curious what that's going to be capable of achieving. The Reaper's just kind of going around, looking for something. He's not finding what he's looking for yet. Might bop into this Zealot now, says hello. Hello, Zealot, my old friend. I've come to shoot at you again. Maybe throw a grenade or two. Now an adept is here and you need to run. Command center will finish up as a cyclone will pop out momentarily. Do you pop it in there? It just starts the orbital. I wonder if this is the correct call. I actually have no clue what the correct call is in this situation. Like, is a worker worth delaying your orbital by 10-15 seconds? I don't know. I don't actually know what the correct play is there. I just have no clue. Reaper is going to go in for a scout. Sees a Zealot, second adept. It's not a confirmation of anything, but also the fact that there's not a single gate here in the wall, and this is something that that Gumiho has scouted. Is like, okay, this feels Stargatey, you know? Because otherwise you're always going to see a second gate in the wall if you're playing Blink. So this feels very Stargatey. Doesn't mean that it is Stargate, but it is. But it, you know, technically you can have a second gate in the main. It's just bad in case the Terran tries to go for a run by of some sort, with Hellions, for example. And I went to a place today little bar where they had a wood oven. Now all my clothes and my hair smell like the... You call it a wood oven? You know, the thing where you put the logs in? A fireplace, there you go. Wood oven. I don't think they had a wood oven. They had a fireplace. Now all my clothes and my hair smell like freaking smoke. I've been disgusting myself for the past few hours. Probably should just shower, but that also sounds like a hassle. To get in there, get the water from the river. Oh well, it is what it is. Alright, drop's going to hit the main base. I love this battery in the main. It's completely destroying this marine drop. There's no chance for you. What do you think was gonna happen? Gumiho's gonna take out this battery and it's not gonna commit. Has 3 cyclones. Could have committed, but won't. Decided that it is better not to. I think that is not correct, but alright. I think he could have maybe taken out a couple of workers here after sniping that battery real nice. That would have been lovely. It would have been wonderful. Medevac seems to have gone down. 6 Marines, 1 Medevac, a Reaper and an SCV versus a Probe and a battery. I don't actually know what I'm thinking right now. Like, what is kicking off? You know what I'm saying? What actually is kicking off? Who is winning? This feels almost like it's Mech. No, it is Mech. Oh, this doesn't feel like Mech. This is Mech. He's playing Mech. I was looking at it, I'm like, man, these barracks are freaking late. He's getting a lot of gases as well. Ah, he's playing Mech. Oh, you little prick. There we go, interference matrix. Oh my god, I love this. It's been a while since I've seen some good Mech. Gumiho in the GSL against Classic played some Mech all-ins, 2 base Mech all-ins. I hadn't seen them before. And here he's going for a... Oh, he's freaking 3 Ravens. He has 3 freaking Ravens. There are 5 Phoenixes out. This is a mental play. Now, what's really sick here is that there can be 2 interference matrices per Raven, right? That is correct? Yes, that is correct. I know my math. That means he has potentially 6 interference matrices. I think this is going to be used for harassment. So let's say 4 interference matrices. Let's take a look at his army. 2 Immortals and a Colossus. That is the damage output. That is literally all there is. Oh no. 2 auto turrets need to be thrown down. 1 Phoenix gets taken out. 2nd Phoenix doesn't quite die. This does, however... He's getting more Phoenixes now. And he continues his Colossus production. I think this is a mistake as an auto turret gets thrown down here. Auto turret's going to get thrown down in here. You have 1 more auto turret available. But there's a battery there and you're aware of that. That shouldn't work unless these are out of range. This seems idiotic. He's going to get a Phoenix. No, he won't. Oh my god, that was close. That was kind of semi-epic. It could have been epic had he gotten that Phoenix. There's a lot of cash in the bank here for Gumiho. It's been, well, not macroing too great so far. You see 4 factories. He's getting a starport with a reactor. I've seen him do that before. Could be for Lips, could be for Vikings. Last time I saw him do it, it was for Liberators. I haven't actually seen him play a macro game with Mech though. I haven't seen a whole lot of people. No, I think I've seen him play 1 Mesh Cyclone game against Hero before and he got blasted by 4-gate Blink. If I'm not mistaken. What's happening here? Okay, we have the Rapid Thrusters, the speed upgrade. Increases the move speed of Cyclones. Why do I call it the Rapid Thrusters? It's the Hurricane Thrusters, my bad. So the Hurricane Thrusters over here. Is that a 2nd armory that's going down? I thought I saw... Okay, that's the 1st armory that starts here. Blue Flame is being researched. 2 Ravens now potentially get sniped. No. Phoenix is looking for something. Not sure if they'll find it. Don't think you want to fly there with your Ravens, buddy. That seems like a wild move. We have a Prism on the way. There's no turrets quite yet. Yeah, there's cash available for some turrets. I'd love to see them. Lips now are being added in. Gumiho's supply is freaking mental, by the way. Can we just look at that for a second? Can we just look at that for a second? Holy crap, what's going on with his supply? It's 155 against 132. He has 1, 2, 3. 3 interference matrices available. 3 interference matrices available. All of these need to hit because Colossus are pretty powerful if the tank count is low. Liberators, of course, could annoy... Yeah, could kind of frustrate this push. And so can these mines. Oh, that's a nice one. Doesn't unburrow the mines. That is a bad move. Why did he unburrow the tank? I think there must have been a misclick or unsiege. Here comes a big hit as Hero moves in. As the Cyclones going to town over here on these Phoenixes. And I think that is... well, I think that's going to be lights out here for Hero. It's down 30 supply. There's not that many tanks though. 4 tanks. Where are they? Yeah, they're running in right now. Hellion run-bys being sent out. These guys have the blue flames, don't forget. If they get in here... What was he doing? What? Oh my god, this was such a good opportunity. If he had gone in correctly immediately, I think he would have gotten 10, 12 kills. Now he's going to go over here, still going to get 12 kills. If he starts microing, that is. There we go. Targets him down. Yeah, this is 10 work. Well, almost. Okay. Worse than I thought it should have been. Prism trying to go in towards the main. It's going to fail. Miserably as well. I think there's a spot here, isn't there? I would build another turret here if I were Gumiho. He's going into a BC transition. He's playing Battlecruiser Mech against PROTOSS. That is not a thing. He's up in workers by a significant amount. I would love to see a second armory here. Love it. I think getting a second armory in this case to both get the vehicle weapons as well as the ship weapons is freaking huge. In general, getting upgrades is a huge thing, especially given the fact that he's floating freaking 2k resources. He shouldn't be this far down so I guess he wants to wait until he can start the BCs. Okay, there we go. This is a scary transition. Indeed does start the armory. Second armory, as mentioned, for those ship weapons. Doesn't have a sensor tower over here on the third. Love to see it. Mines will help out. Hero believes he can attack into this. Can he? Don't forget, this supply is now fake because there's 2 freaking BCs that aren't here yet. Doesn't have an observer with the push. This is a big army. This is a very sizable army. Liberators out of position. Now trying to siege up here. There's just not a very big tank count. There's not that many Cyclones to help out either. There's only 3. I think the transition into BC came just slightly too quick. As, yeah, the Hero is just walking over this. He's A-moving it. He absolutely A-moved this. Saying, hey mate, that was fun. GG gets called, yeah. Gumiho wasn't set up well enough. I think you need a higher Cyclone count if you want to play something like this. Or you need some type of map control. Hero now said, hey, I smell weakness. Let me A-move and gets the W here. Bit of a sad way to end this series, which was a fun series nonetheless, though. I do appreciate it. It's from the Korean StarCraft League. And yeah, that's going to be it for me today. Thanks all so much for watching. I hope you had a good time. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see all of you next time for a new video. Thanks so much for watching, and bye-bye.